Hi, welcome or welcome back to my decorating series. We're going to go inside, go back to the 13th floor for the primary bathroom this week. So, the starting point for this room was this tub. I looked at that jacuzzi just because I had forgotten about it, but it was also huge, and I definitely have been waiting to use this tub since I got the pack it came from. So, it was great to have something so dramatic to play off of because it helped inform the color palette and just all of the direction of the room. I mean, obviously I needed other components like a toilet and a sink and things like that, but really this room was all about this tub. And actually I thought about doing a more tiled floor, and I forgot about the Princess and the Frog walls and floors, but as soon as I put the blue water looking floor down, it made me want to go the blue direction. And I almost had forgotten that I wanted to use my Flora, Fauna, and Merriweather windows in here, but it didn't take me long to remember. I also am a little on the obsessed side with a lot of the Sleeping Beauty stuff that we've gotten recently. The stained glass windows are another example of just one of the things that I'm tempted to put in so many spaces. I know I put them at least one other room. I think just one other room on this floor, but now I can't remember because it's been a month since I started this whole floor. But I kind of am okay with this door. I want a door that's really dramatic, and this is the only one that was both dramatic and kind of in the right style for me. But I'm looking forward to seeing if some other doors come up in the future that I might want to replace it with. And I was trying to segment out the room so there would be a private space for the toilet or toilets, and started using those Mulan screens, but I wasn't really sold on them. So I start looking through to see if I can find some other dividers, some other things that are in the bathroom category that I know I'm going to want to use, but I really didn't know where I wanted to take this room. I knew I wanted to try some different stuff than I had in other spaces and the other bathrooms that I have done, but I wasn't afraid to repeat some stuff in here, that's for sure. So there's another Sleeping Beauty thing, that stone flower, those columns. I'm trying to resist repeating too much stuff. And I don't end up using those columns, but I mess with them quite a bit because there's some space in this, or like space on the walls, that I wasn't really sure what to do with until quite a bit later in the process of throwing this room together. So now I'm trying to block some stuff out, figure out kind of some spacing, maybe see what will work. And, here we go. More column action. You have to be real careful with those. You have to kind of plan whether or not you're gonna leave them down or not. I liked the curtains in here, but they didn't work for me in here as well as they usually do, which is kind of surprising. Usually I'm obsessed with curtains in most of the rooms I do. So it was pretty good that I only had one because I was like, oh, I actually don't really like it in here. I don't know if it was the colors. I don't know if it was just the fact that, I don't know. I really don't know what it was. I mean, maybe the thought of having like really drapey fabric in a steamy bathroom didn't sound great to me, but I don't know if that's it either. I just didn't like how they looked. So yeah, started looking at fireplaces because I was like, this room, while it looks awesome, I feel like I'd be freezing in here because with the tile floor, the stone wall, the big stone tub. And so I was like, oh, I should grab fireplaces. And did you know that those giant fungus on the wall will clip through those new Sleeping Beauty fireplaces? And so I had to test it on the columns. They do not clip through those. I end up not going with that idea, the fireplaces against the wall with the fungus in them, but I'm really intrigued by that idea. So hopefully they won't fix it or like change it, because I kind of like how they look. I decided to go with these fireplaces, and they helped me figure out how I wanted the actual layout of this room to go. So now I'm trying to figure out how small I can make this room and still make it feel big and luxurious, because kind of like the primary bedroom, I thought I would have to make this as big as possible, or potentially so. And I decided to shrink it because it's intimate. It's an intimate space. It's not necessarily kind of like the big locker room that I did earlier, where it kind of felt like it would be multiple people besides just the family using it. This is meant for maybe 1 or 2 people at the most. And so it really doesn't need to be big to feel opulent, you know? Oh, and I had forgotten to do the ceiling before I sized down, so I wanted to make sure I put the ceiling on there. And I thought about the blue water kind of looking floor that's from Aladdin, because it almost made me feel like you could pretend like you were underwater in this room, because it's like blue on the floor and blue above you, like you're underneath the water. But I decided just to go with a plain kind of cream tile, so it's not too heavy and dark in here, and it kind of blends into the walls, and that felt fine to me. So now I'm trying to recreate the stuff that I had originally, and also pulling out a few other things to experiment with, just in case I figure out some space for them. But now that the room is smaller, it actually makes dealing with it a little bit more manageable, because a bathroom is such a simple place, you know, unless you're adding a bunch of stuff in. Like if it's just about a bath, a toilet, and a sink, there's a lot of room to play with. So having less space was helpful, even though of course I fill it up, because of course I do, because I have plants to put in here. And that's all right. I feel like I'm just gonna accept who I am and how I like to design rooms. And apparently that means clutter and plants and lights and just, you know, I don't have to dust it, so I can put as much stuff in here as I want. Live my best maximalist life, you know. I also, if you hadn't noticed, decided to put the tub at an angle because it was really bothering me that the fishtail was blocking Merryweather. And I think it made it look more interesting to have the bathtub skewed. And if you're going to be making a luxury bathroom for yourself, you might as well put it the way you like it, as opposed to having to worry about, you know, squared shapes and stuff. Like, we can do whatever we want in here. It's luxury. Oh, here I am trying the other curtains, because I still had these big wall spaces that I didn't know exactly what to do with at this point. So I'm trying the vine wall, and I'm trying the curtains and some other windows, and decided to just go full on plants. So here it comes, y'all. Who's surprised? Nobody. So I also did what I did with I think at least one other bathroom where I kind of made the mirror. I think I did it with the children's floor, where there's like a sink and a toilet for each person, essentially. Or maybe I didn't do that with the kids' bathroom. Anyway, so many rooms. It's hard to remember them all at this point. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that if there were 2 people sharing this bathroom and they wanted to come in at the same time for whatever reason, like 2 people brushing their teeth at the same time or wanting their own toilet, I'll manage my toilet, you manage your toilet, that sort of thing. I wanted to make sure that each had a space. But I had to go to Scrooge's shop and ended up crafting some stuff because I really liked how the trellises looked in the corner. The only problem I have with the trellises is that they don't look the same reversed. So they really only have one direction that works. And oh yeah, I had to make these plants because I love them, first of all, and then they fit on the tub. And I was just in love the second I put them down. I felt like if I were taking a bath in here with just greenery hanging over, it would just feel so lush and like almost like fairy-like, which I'm into, you know, like as close to being swimming outside in a pond as you can be by swimming inside, I guess, a giant tub in an opulent house. If that makes sense to anybody but me, I guess. And then I had to deal with lighting. And I tried some lights. I tried these pot lights. and they ended up making the room way brighter than I wanted them to be. I will say that the plants made it very difficult to execute some lighting that I would have liked to try. I really would have loved to put some bubbles in here because I feel like bubbles plus bathtub really makes sense because it's already got a bubbly look to it anyway. And I think that's my biggest regret, is not getting some more of those kind of bubble things. Like there's a bubble effect thing. It's a seashell with bubbles. Anyway, I think if I do end up redecorating and touching up some rooms after some time has passed, I might try and do some more bubble stuff in here. But I was obsessed with the plants, and I was already really deep into this build by the time I remembered the bubbles, so they got left out this time. Oh, yep, that's where I finally was like, those lights are just too much. Enough. I would like it to be firelight and flower light and those little kind of ornate Aladdin lamps that I love so much. Yeah. All right, well, let's go inside and check it out. Now that I've finished the 13th floor, I'm so happy with how it all turned out. I was really nervous about getting to it because I've done so many rooms leading up to this, because I really wanted to lean into personal style, because I knew it was going to be ridiculously over the top. And it is all of those things. It is so over the top, but I mean, I don't know. Like, if I was living in a fantasy world, I would love to be in a room like this. Just, I don't want to clean it. I don't want to live there, but like, I want to visit, you know? It's a lot. It would be so much to take care of, but like, I don't have to take care of it. It's a pretend world, so I get to just decorate to my heart's content. I get to have my magical fairy stained glass windows. I get to have all of these plants. I get to have this giant tub that makes me feel like I'm Ariel, you know, like, it's just awesome. And I'm so glad that I went and did some crafting, because I had forgotten about those plants. It's kind of funny how when you don't have the stuff just in your list as you're decorating, it's easy to forget some things that you have used up sometimes. And I will openly admit that I do not do enough crafting of furniture in this game, so I always forget about the stuff that's available there. I can't wait until they might update the search function in there. I mean, a girl can dream, but I think it'll make my willingness to go crafting a little bit more frequently likely. And there's some great stuff in there, so it's definitely worth checking out every once in a while. And I got to make a magical, over-the-top, opulent primary suite, and it's done now. So moving on to the 14th floor next week, and I'll see you there. That's it for today's decorating adventure. If you liked this video, a thumbs up is a great way to let me know, and a subscription will keep you up to date on my latest shenanigans. If you want to hang out with me live, I stream on YouTube and Twitch on Thursday evenings and middays on Sunday. I hope you have a lovely day, night, time, wherever you are, whenever you are, and I'll see you next time.